Hey guys, so we can watch a little bit of the game live together, as well as watch this game, and give a little bit of a review at the same time. I thought I'll come live to you guys and talk to you about the game a little bit while we are live, and then also talk about what I thought about the game, because majority of what we need to know and what we need to know about this particular game is happened already. So I think we can get straight into this review and talk about this particular game, the warm-up game between South Africa and the Lions. Let's get straight into it. You guys know what you have to do. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please click that notification bell for all future videos as well. But also, don't forget to download the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight to your inbox every month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. And also, you can become a patron today by clicking on the link on the screen as well. So let's get straight into today's video. Looking forward to chatting to you guys. Let's get into it. A very good evening and welcome to Cricket Fanatics magazine. This is your review show, I'm going to call it today, but also your daily show. I'm your host, Khalid, and this is the show where we talk about everything that has to do with that. Of course, we're going to be talking about the warm up game between South Africa and the Lions. Sorry, guys. Let's put that up there. So I think let's get straight into it. Let's discuss it. The first thing that we need to talk about, and the first thing I think I need to obviously speak about, is that the two guys that a lot of people might have thought shouldn't be in the team, in the first 11, of course, are the two that have put on performances today. Ones that have performed and showed what they're capable of. Now, that is not often what happens in matches like this, but it has happened in this case. And we need to obviously look at that and respect that, of course. Kaya Zondo is currently batting. He's on 86, and Rassie van der Dussen obviously getting a 70, which is also very good from his part as well. I think they both need to get obviously plaudits for both of their performances and the way they played. They really stuck it out on a you could say on a pitch that was very difficult. Something that had a lot of movement in the pitch, of course. I mean, everybody struggled to get runs and to score freely. Um, I mean, Dean Algar and Cyril Irvin got off to a good start, but again, losing their wickets in ways that we really don't want to see from our openers still. Um, Particularly Cyril Irvin, his wicket was a little bit pushing away from his body, which is not something that we want to see from our openers. We obviously want to see our guys dig in and get to those scores. Not losing their wicket as early as they have, of course. Um, that's the problem that we face with South African cricket at the moment, is that we want our openers to push beyond, go to get their centuries, get those partnerships going, and set up the innings for the rest. Now, Cyril Irve went out on a 42 runs, 88 balls. Dean Alga was 39 of 73 balls. So you can really see by the scorecard alone, you can see that they really battled. They really tried their best to try and put on a score together. Um, and they did fight for it, but it was very soft dismissals. I think with every single person that basically lost their wicket, it's almost all of them were soft dismissals. KP came in. You could see he's a bit rusty, that he hasn't played cricket in a while. Aiden Markram, unfortunately, he's going to need to put on the runs whenever he gets the opportunity if he wants to get a spot back. Ryan Rickleton, unfortunately, got a duck. Not a good sign for him after a great county season, etc. And now, obviously, we know that Kaya Zondo was doing really well at the crease with Rassie van der Dussen, and it's the two of them that really um, were excellent in their approach. I see in the chat people saying RIP to Rudy Kutsen as well. We need to say that as too. That too. I think right now, given that you guys have mentioned it right now in the chat, I think it would only be applicable if we give a couple of seconds of silence for him. So and yeah, in memory of him. Okay, guys, let's get back into this review. Um, so what can we say about this? That's the main thing. I mean, other than what I've said already, I'm trying to fix the light here to make sure that it's a little bit better, guys. Sorry. Cool. So what can we say that hasn't been said already? Not much. We are going to obviously be seeing South Africa take on England, and we are hoping that the rest of the problems that we can solve are solved. Um, it's a problem that those guys that needed to have put up their hand, that the only two that would put up their hand is Rassi and Kaya Zondo, really, from the guys that are basically fighting for similar positions, because we know that middle order is quite good and it's quite strong, and there's going to be a lot of players competing for that particular middle order positions. And as you can see from today's performances, um, what are they going to do with regards to the form? I know we're going to be sitting here and we're going to still probably pick the same team that we probably picked ahead of it. But when players put up their hands, should they get rewarded for performances when they are performing well? I mean, Kyle Zonda today on a tricky wicket really showed what he can bring to a team, um, and in that position as well. We obviously know Kyle Verreyn's position is kind of sorted. He's the wicketkeeper of the team, and his position is very important in the side. And I don't think he's competing with anybody right now, I think, for position, in my opinion, other than Ryan Rickelton, you could say, perhaps. But I think Kyle is ahead of Ryan currently, I think, with regards to the wicket-keeping slot. Um, so that means that you're left with Rassie van der Dussen, you're left with Kyle Zonda, and you're left with Ryan Rickelton, almost competing for similar positions in the team, um, because I think that the top three is sorted. Now, I look at Sarel Evia and the way he's been losing his wickets. It does concern me a bit. I'm not going to lie about it. It does concern me a bit because at his age, established his game, etc. You don't expect him to still be making those type of mistakes, and losing his wicket in that way. There was another player that probably would have left that, and that is someone like Peter Malana. I think Peter Malan was in the mix, and it's crazy that he just got left out and never got another opportunity, even though he's played for South Africa already, and they already replaced him with Sarel Evia as his successor currently. So it was a bit strange that they never went back, because there's not many years in between Sarel and Peter Malan, really. There aren't many. So it was a bit of a scary it was a surprise for me, I would say, that they went that route and they decided that. But good to see that players are taking their chances, of course, because like I said, I prefer if everybody has more opportunities and then we have more options to choose from. But today, you have to say, we're talking about this particular game, that 143 run partnership, I think it was 143 run partnership between Kyle Zondo and Rassi van der Dussen was the main highlight of today, the way they played today. Um, so we have to also look at it fairly when we judging people on these particular games. A lot of these players haven't played cricket for a very long time, so they're a bit rusty. What I wanted to see today, though, however, is our batters play as much as possible and be out in the middle as possible, as long as possible. Bat as long as you can, because I think they are the ones that need it more than the bowlers currently. So I would have liked it if the batters batted whole day, till the like at least the opening batters lasted at least till maybe tea. I would have liked to see that, before tea, really putting up the runs and putting on a partnership and batting out there in the middle and trying to survive, and getting that rust out of there, and then maybe into going into day two, or into the final session, maybe then losing a wicket, if that would have been okay, and then everybody gets a long chance to bat. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case, and we're sitting in a situation where our two middle order batters today in Rasif van der Dussen and Kyle Zondo have put on performances that are very impressive, I think, as well. So gonna be an interesting day two, I think. Let's see how far Kyle Zondo can go and how far he can push in this particular match. If he scores a big 100, if he scores a big 100 or something and he goes on, will we start speaking about him? And I think we should. I think at least he should be in the conversation. I don't think we should be so easy to just say, "Ha, no, just miss it." But I do think that obviously there's a second innings coming. If one of the other guys perform, they are ahead of him, because they haven't. The other guys have played for South Africa already that are competing for that spot. So I do think that even though he has performed, he showed that he's deserved to be at this level right now, playing four-day cricket against the Lions, against good opposition. And then he needs to show what he can do in the second innings as well, show similar signs, not be inconsistent and show a different type of performance. And then we can see, because the reason Ryan Rickelton I think, is ahead of Kaya Zondo is because of the way he plays cricket. The way Ryan plays cricket, and also is the backup keeper, I would say too, for Calvareno. But the style of cricket he plays, the way he plays cricket, the way his approach is, he plays an attacking brand. I think South Africa needs that. Whereas Zondo and Rassi and KP and Sarel, as well as Dean Alga, they all play the game in a similar style. Take their time at the crease, dig in, outlast the bowlers and really punish them, put on the runs on the board, etc. They're those type of batsmen. Whereas someone like, I feel, Aiden Markram, I hope he goes back to the Markram that we know. Plays free, his natural free flowing game, and this goes out there and tries to play his best cricket. And Ryan Rickelton are two players that I feel also similarly, they are more of attacking, they have an attacking nature to them, with an attacking attributes to them that can really get the game going and take a game away from the opposition, which I really, really like in a batter. So that's what I feel. That's where I feel they are ahead of Kaizondo right now, because otherwise we are just sitting with slow starters right through the team, which can, I think, can be a little bit of a problem, um, especially when you're trying to up the tempo at will, which is something that you need to do. Get as many runs on the board as possible, especially when you're going to play against a team that plays like England. You're going to have to match them with intensity, and you're going to have to basically um, tire them out as much as possible, because the more fatigued they are, depending on who bats first, bowls first, whatever the case may be, but the more fatigued they are, the harder it is to play with full concentration that attacking game of cricket. I feel that attacking Baz ball style of cricket takes a lot of concentration. It takes your full energy. It really takes a lot out of you to be able to perform that way. So I do think that if you're fatigued and you've been standing in the field all day, it can be difficult to to apply that style of cricket as well as maybe maybe as well as you would if you were fully energized. So I do think that it does make a difference, depending on how long you were in the field. If South Africa really grinded them down and put that pressure on them, the way you counter attack this is mentally. I think physically and mentally you throttle the opposition, and I think if you do that well, then I think beating a team like England that are going to play this attacking brand of cricket, it becomes a lot easier then. That's my interpretation of it, at least, and that's my understanding of it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true and it's right and it's the right way, but that's my understanding of it, from my perspective. So yeah, guys, that's what I have for you today. No one's joining, so I don't think maybe everybody had the opportunity to maybe watch um, the game. Um, so from the groups wise, I'm talking about, there hasn't been anybody that wants to call in right now. Let me get into some of the comments and see what you guys have had to say. Lawrence saying plaudits to Rassi and Zondo today. They played well. Yes, it's only a warm-up game, but you can only play who's in front of you. Markham didn't do himself any favors today. Rassi and Casey ahead of him. Now, Rassi really has improved his technique and his feet movement, or his foot movement, moving very quick. Oh, no, his feet is moving very quick as well. Kudos to him. And even Zondo, he values his wicket a lot, and maybe so he can play seven batters. And that's the main thing, is we're freeing up the opportunities to try something different. I think we're doing that really well in all formats at the moment. We're really starting to take that next step into into a, I could say, a realm that allows you to be able to choose and pick as you need it. Kyle Summer negates Robinson, but still on overs play left. What is a nice score? Um, Michael saying 279 for six currently. That was when it was early on. I think they're done now, eh? 'Cause my screen is frozen with regards to the game. Yeah, they are done. Um, Today proved why we need to go with seven batters. We were 129 for five and had a batter in Kai Zonda coming in at seven, which propelled us to our current score, which is true, which is something that we were speaking about. And I hope that I feel seven batters are fine if we have our players fully fit. If we have everybody fully fit and everybody's ready to go, and our bowlers can really manage the loads, then I think that would be a good idea. But I mean, currently there's a little bit of worry over the fitness of two of our bowlers, and that is Anrik Nokia as well as Ngingiri, and KG is out, so it does make it a little bit tricky. So I do think they're going to want that a little bit of comfort. But let's see how we bowl. Let's see how we go. Let's see how they look on the field. It's very important the body language too. Um, I think 7-4 is the right combination because at the end of the day, you need to get 20 wickets. Khalid, we need to play seven batters. When we were dominant in Test cricket, we played JP played at number seven. Yes, we can, and perhaps Aiden Markin plays that JP role, a guy that bowls and the guy that bats. Perhaps he can play that. I would like to see him bowl in this particular Test match. I mean, in this 4-day match, and see how he goes and see where he gets to. It will be very interesting to see how he performs with the ball because we're going to need every single little bit of extra help to try and get the best out of everybody. It would be nice if the Lions just agreed and said, "Look, yeah, all of your bowlers can bowl." And we say to them, all of your bowlers can bowl, and then everybody gets a run out properly and gets a chance. That would be nice to see. As a sportsmanship vibe, I think that would be awesome. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this game, what you think about the lineup. Let me know what you think about who should play where. Let me know if you think that Kyle Zondo has done enough in this particular game to be able to put his name forward as a person to get maybe one of the slots in the lineup. Perhaps even he could be the seventh batter. Let me know that. I mean, Rassi again putting on a performance, showing that he is very important to this lineup too. So let me know what your lineups are, etc. As we go into day two, we'll have a lot more to discuss tomorrow, of course, with the game having gone a lot longer. Let's see what happens with that. But guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click that notification bell for all future videos as well, please. Get involved in the live chat and get involved in the comment section, please, and let me know what your teams are, what you thought of Kai Zonda's performance. Who do you think looked dangerous from the Lions side? I would like to know from your um, perspective too, because also the other people that come later and watch the shows and don't watch it live, they learn from what you guys have to say in the comments too. So it's very important we start the conversation in the live comments, so that it's not in the live comments, in the comment section, because that will also teach some of the people that come into the video, and they'll engage with you guys, and you can start conversations with other cricket fans, and let's see how that grows as a community, because I think the comment section on the YouTube channel and on the YouTube videos are going to really help us a lot, to really grow and get more people to want to engage. So please do that as well after this video is done, and is finished recording. I saw some of you guys already over there. I will be engaging with you when I can. So please get involved there too. But guys, thanks. I know it's a little bit of a shorter show. There's no call-ins today. And then nobody from the panels is going to call in today. So it's a little bit of a review. There wasn't much to talk about necessarily other than what I've already covered. So that's what I've got for you today. Tomorrow we'll give you a little longer show, something a little bit more in depth after we've maybe seen South Africa bowl as well. And we've got a lot more to speak about, and we can see how the wicket deteriorates and how or if it gets better. So let's see what happens. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another show. Peace, everybody.